right. Hello. I'd like to say hello. I'm Charlie. I am one of the owners here at Crystal Spirit Spiritual Center. Every once in a while, an individual will come into the store and we will pick up their book. This is one of those books. But there's something special about this book. It's in English, which is great, and it has a lot of wisdom from over in Ireland. I ordered just a few copies from Judith the first time she came through. And everybody was asking me about, what happened to that Crone book? Where's that Crone book? I mean, for over and over. And I didn't have the book, so I didn't know how to reorder it. So one day, I'm sitting there and I'm just working, digging around, and I see her walk in. And so I'm like, Judith, I need more of your book. And at that point, we picked up about 20, 30, 40, I don't know how many copies we got, but we got a bunch of copies from her because her wisdom has just been absolutely fantastic. The first time I met her, she mentioned the name of the book. We ended up talking for about 10, 15 minutes about how impactful Crohn's have been in my life and my spiritual walk. We talked about my grandma. We talked about a great friend of mine, Linda. We talked about Crystal, various other people that have been hugely impactful in my life that were Crohn's. So she was talking to me about this book, and I figured I'll bring it into the store, and I couldn't keep it on the shelf. I couldn't. She is coming this Saturday, and she is going to have an amazing event Saturday night, and you're invited. Come and meet this lady that has this absolutely wonderful wisdom from Ireland as she tries to connect to the Crones in the spiritual community and let them have a voice and connect them together. And the possibilities become limitless at that point. So do please come and say hello to Judith. She's a wonderful lady, and you will have a great time. Thank you.
The name of the book is Crone, Call to Crone. And yes, I chose that word intentionally, obviously. And it's provocative. It's not a word that's comfortable for people. The other word that's not comfortable for people is hag, because we have all those Halloween images of crone and hag and warty noses and things like that. In fact, if you look at the etymology, crone comes from the word for crown. And if you think about Catholic and other Christian traditions where you see these ancient paintings with these glows, these sort of halo glows behind their head, that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about a crown of wisdom. We're talking about that light energy that emanates when that's present. That's crone. Hag, the etymology, is actually hagio, which means holy. So crone and hag were revered names for ancient women in ancient times until, the Middle Ages and the etymology in our dictionary started to come into place. But with a title like Crone, people often wonder, well, should men read this book, or should men come to a workshop? And actually, yeah, absolutely. What I find is that I speak from my experience, and so I'm speaking to women because I'm an elder and I'm working with my sisters. But at the same time, I found that a lot of men have bought the book and are really resonating with much of what I've already talked about in terms of what it means to be on the path of elder, what it means to have an opportunity to let go what no longer serves you, what it means to be mythic, what it means to be archetypical elder, what are those ancient tribal, traditions and gatherings that were both men and women, the elders of the tribe. And also the being in right relationship with the earth and the sacred and community. All of those are just as important for men as they are for women. It just happens to be a little more slanted to women. I do talk about the ancient wise women of Ireland and the Sheela-na-gigs, and those are female archetypes. But that's only part of what we're going to talk about.